you need to pay me. I kiss you later, then kiss the baby. Get situated, get keys off table and leave out. I really made it, get it made. Won't wrestle, cause I spatula all you action figures.
Tiny like a spider on a spud web. I got some on my thumbnail. I feed it to my girls. They say, yeah.
I'm doing this for the L. When I go, I'ma leave for the belt. I told you did like a chef. I want a Ferrari in yellow, just so I can match all my yellow. I've been a player since elementary. I got more bars than a penitentiary. I got a that hang several inches.
I can make it bounce by myself. 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 I can make it bounce by myself.
How we get down and just to even up the score. We're coming kicking down your door.
Yeah, I never played fair, so tell me why now should we care? Queen B told y'all a long time ago that we run the atmosphere. Did we build it? Yeah. Do we own it? Yeah. We even in the studios running playback. Shout out to Airman Sally, the young guard, to all the G's like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how we feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. You wouldn't need it if you knew what we overcome. Do you know? But they ain't stopping nothing. Me and my girls on top, straight stunting. And we abide by a real strict code. Hands off my ex and homies over.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
We play our way.
I'd rather be me.
Do work all day.
We don't see defeat.
Did we fly that? Can we buy that? We even run a full court, make it stack. Shout out to Maya Moore, the young guard, to all the girls like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how it feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. So proud of that we overcome. Do you know? We bow down to none. I want to hail out all my day ones. Time really does fly when you're having fun, but the party don't stop till we staring down the sun.
You try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door. If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports.
We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Vikings going up against the Cardinals.
With kickoff straight ahead, let's check in with the two men who will be calling tonight's game as we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
On second down, Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Let's look at this offense now, and let's talk about John Brown.
An exciting young town from Pittsburgh State, home of the Gorillas. Hard to cover, great moves in short areas.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Get ready. Wide 18. Wide 18. Let's go, let's go. Regular.
On 3rd down, Palmer. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Let's go. Everyone come forward. Regular.
Throwing now, Palmer on 1st down. He's got Floyd out left. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Everson Griffin was a valuable reserve for most of his career, but has really blossomed since entering the starting lineup.
And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Get ready. Wide 18.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Peterson alone in the backfield. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. Play clock winding down. Bridgewater on 1st down. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's the offense, and when you talk about this offense, you certainly have to talk about all-day AP, Adrian Peterson.
Does not shy away from contact. Also has the speed to go the distance. It's the rare combination that you get from one of the great runners of all time in the NFL. 2,000 yards every year is the goal. I'd never bet against him.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. Fighting through. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 6. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent. And that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw on film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff, so they decide they take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Daumen Buchanan was drafted as a safety, but makes many of his plays as a linebacker in their scheme.
The play clock's running down. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. Time running out here on the play clock. They just do get the play off. Now Bridge, and that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is right through. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
Oh, barely. They snapped it at 1. Now Palmer. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Second down following the incompletion.
Get ready. Wide 18. Wide 18.
And Palmer gives to Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Get ready.
On 3rd and 1, it's Palmer. And he's got Gresham. He won't go down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
All right now, blue 58, blue 58, Sally 19, Sally 19.
Now Palmer on first down. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. Give him 16 on the pickup, and that'll be good for an Arizona first down. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Fresh set of downs here.
Get ready, wide 18, wide 18.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. Stays on his feet. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
On second down, here's Palmer. That's caught at the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is that now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson taking it in, and the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And he's got it up and through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
To throw is Bridgewater. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Corey Peters in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Play clock winding down. Bridgewater now on second down. Finding time. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Chandler Jones in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. 3rd down, it's Adrian Peterson. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was 3rd and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the 1st down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a 1st down.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big run there by Johnson. 53 yards on the ground. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Peterson alone in the backfield. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. And the play clock's running down. 1st down, Bridgewater. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it'll be a Minnesota 1st down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Time running out here on the play clock. First down, here's a run with Peterson. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Play clock winding down. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Second down, Bridgewater. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's third down. The play clock's running down. Third and long for Bridgewater. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Get ready. Wide 18. Wide 18. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
2nd and 10 now, and it's Palmer. Screenplay, Johnson. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Blue 58.
3rd and 2, now Palmer. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Hey, slow down, slow down. Set,
Shift together here from the D-line. Time running out here on the play clock. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day, get the blocker away, and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
They come out here in the eye. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Screen play, McKinnon. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Let's go. Wide Eddie. Wide Eddie.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Got a man, it's right. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Play clock winding down. Bridgewater gives to Peterson on the draw. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Making the tackle there, Danny Lansana.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Let's go. Move 58. Move 58. Watch that in. That is right.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Bridgewater now on second down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Still in search of the first down after that last completion. An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And the play clock's running down. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the eye. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Daumen Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm hearing my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So after the interception, here's Palmer. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
18. Wide, 18.
Palmer gives to Johnson. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd down, Johnson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? They start the drive with Peterson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Second down, Bridgewater. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The third quarter starts with a run by Peterson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The throw left side complete to Treadwell. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Second down now after the pass completion. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Time running out here on the play clock. Bridgewater. Got a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They come up in an offset eye. Play clock winding down. They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw is Bridgewater. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. On third down, Bridgewater. It's caught by Treadwell. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker, and on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball. Then he made a nice tackle.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Peterson alone in the backfield. Shift together here from the D-line. A second down throw for Bridgewater. It's caught by Treadwell. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
And the play clock's running down. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And now it's second down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And on 2nd and 10 now. They come out here in the eye. On second down, Bridgewater again. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Let's go, let's go. Mirror. Team. Let's go, let's go. Blue 95. Blue. Mike 52.
On second down, here's Palmer. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot that makes sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out here in the eye.
Blue 95.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Let's go, defense. Here we go, defense. Here we go.
On second down, Palmer. Man open left side is Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. Dumping it off for Johnson. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it second and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Second and just 1. They come out here in the eye.
95. Blue 95.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
It's already second and 12. The defense hoping to push him back more.
Let's go, let's go. Wide 18. Wide 18.
Palmer gives to Johnson on the draw. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Jonathan Freeney, makes the stop.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
All right, now, blue 95. Blue 95.
Oh, barely. They snapped it at 1. Now Palmer. And he's got Fitzgerald. 18 yards there and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on first down. Caught right side, Gresham. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They come out here in the eye.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
To Johnson again. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
So backed up to the 6 now, 3rd and goal. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. An extra defensive back in the game here on 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Palmer. That's caught at the 2. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Catanzero's kick is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again, and the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there. Quick
lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Time running out here on the play clock. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Bridgewater gives to his tailback, Peterson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Play clock winding down. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Third and long for Bridgewater. He's got time. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Let's go, let's go. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Again, it's Johnson. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On first down, it's Palmer. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Just a heck of a catch. How does he make that play?
I wish I knew, and I wish I had his athleticism because his ability to go up and contort his body in so many ways and still come down with the catch, phenomenal.
4 down, 4 down. Let's go, let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Johnson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They go to Johnson again. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. On second down, Palmer. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Second and goal. They still need 8 yards to find the end zone. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. From the 3 now. Here they come on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. David Johnson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Now Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And that leads to a Minnesota first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Here's Bridgewater. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Seven yards remaining here on third down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Bridgewater to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
But not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
Bridgewater. Pryor has it complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater surveying the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. First down, Bridgewater. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Sliding down the last street as the day creeps. What you doing with nobody at home? Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul, come on.